Nestled deep in Pennsylvania, a quiet town lay still under the fading light of dusk. Nothing ever seemed to happen here, just peaceful hills and the sound of distant trains. But in the shadows of this tranquility, something dark was about to stir. One evening, two friends walked along the old, weathered train tracks. Laughter echoed between them, but then a strange sound broke the silence. It was her voice repeating her words, but it came from the other side of the tracks, from the dark woods. A voice. That wasn't hers. A year passed, but the memory of that night lingered. Grief had settled in their heart after the loss of a close friend. It was hard to process, and in that moment of sorrow, the path led them back to the tracks, hoping for clarity, but only darkness awaited. As the sky grew darker, a voice broke through the silence. A voice that shouldn't have been there. It called their name. The voice of their father who had been gone for years. A call from the woods, deeper than ever before. Overwhelmed and confused, they ventured deeper into the woods, drawn by that familiar but wrong voice. The trees seemed to close in, and a chill ran through their body as the air thickened with an ominous presence. The voice called again, more insistent now. Come over here. In the growing darkness, fear crept in. A smell rotting, decayed, like something ancient and foul filled the air. They stood frozen in place, realizing the danger they had walked into. The voice no longer sounded like their father, but something else, something malevolent. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps, heavy and unnatural, echoed behind them. They turned and ran, heart racing. The thing followed, too close, too fast. The sound of its pursuit grew louder as the train's distant roar grew nearer. But the terror was real, something was closing in. As the train passed, it illuminated the creature lurking in the shadows, tall, monstrous, its body unnaturally twisted. Its eyes glowed a fiery red, watching from the dark. The smell was unbearable, like rot and decay. For a moment, it seemed to hesitate, then retreated into the trees, watching from the shadows. Out of breath, they crossed the train tracks, barely escaping the creature's grasp. The world seemed to stand still as the train's lights faded, safe for now, but forever changed. They ran, fast, not looking back, only desperate to leave the darkness behind. Still, the woods called. The voice remained, echoing in the distance. Come over here. The feeling of being watched lingered, the shadows in the forest deepening with every passing second. And though they may have escaped, the terror wasn't gone. It was only waiting for the next moment. The night swallowed the town whole, and in the depths of the woods, something waits. Always watching, and the echo of that voice never truly fades.